Hey agents, do you know what makes you different from every other agent in your area? Do you know how to figure out what makes you different? In this video, I'm going to share with you the importance of having a unique selling proposition and how you can come up with one no matter if you are a new agent or if you're an agent with 20 years of experience. Hey everyone, Cosmo Morabbi here, back with another video for Fidacity Realty, and you're going to want to stick around for this video if you are an agent that doesn't know how to answer the question, what makes you different? So first, let's really talk about what a unique selling proposition can do for your business beyond just giving you the ability to say I'm different. So having a unique selling proposition allows you to create a consistent messaging to your clients, leads, and sphere. It really allows you to be remembered for something specific so you won't be forgotten. It allows you to build that true brand and gets people to know, like, and trust you for that specific reason because you are so convicted and you are consistently repeating that same proposition. Now, if we know what a USP can do for you, the next thing we need to know is how to find that USP. And that can be done through self-reflection. So in real estate, you are a business owner, and as a business owner, you need to know how you're going to sell your services. And since we as agents are the business owners and the service ourselves, you have to make sure you know how to sell yourself. And the only way to know that is to know yourself. So you need to know what are your strengths, what are your values, what is your overall style, how you present yourself, and then how others perceive you. And the best way to do this is by asking yourself questions, starting with the what did you like questions. And so these are a set of questions like, what did you like about your past transactions? What do you like about your previous work experiences? What do you like about your hobbies? What do you like about other marketing experiences or things that you've seen from other agents? And so once you've asked those, the next set of questions are, what do you find yourself gravitating towards? What brings you joy? And what do you know you do well? When you know yourself, you can really start to build out the things that make you unique and the things that you want to work on. And when I talk to agents about this, I always really recommend starting with something that is one of your strengths, then finding out what you like and gravitate towards, and that will usually bring up a couple things that you can call your unique selling proposition. So before we go any farther, let's talk about a few examples because most of you are probably thinking of things that might be too complex or require a ton of time, money, and thought, where in reality, it does not take much to have a very good USP in this business. So the easiest example I can give you is of an agent who lived and died by the saying that they would always answer their phone. Now, answering a phone 24/7 isn't for everybody, but when you are clearing $250,000 a year by marketing yourself as the person who always answers their phone, I think this might be an option for many agents and can really show how simple a USP can be. So when this agent was sharing his unique selling proposition, he set up all the parameters up front, such as telling his clients that if he gets a phone call during one of their showings, he's going to answer that phone call and tell them to call back later. He would then tell them that if the same thing happened, like they called when he was with someone else, he would answer the phone as well. And this way he could really set the boundaries with his clients. And since we know that in this business, there are agents that don't answer their phones, this was actually a very easy USP to sell to many people. Now, he did keep his word and he did live by the rule of answering his phone every single time, but he also did set different parameters like vacation times and no answering the phone after 8 p.m. unless it's an emergency. And the reason I shared this example is because it's truly simple. It doesn't require a ton of thinking or a ton of different marketing. It's a very simple way of sharing a specific, unique selling proposition. And so if you are thinking that yours needs to be having the best marketing package, you're probably overthinking the USP. You need to be more specific. You need to start with something simple. And in this case, with the example I shared, this agent could have a tagline that says, "I am the agent who always picks up the phone." So now that you know how to craft a USP as well as have an example, let's talk about adjusting the USP to make sure it meets your audience that you're trying to attract. This can also be referred to as your ideal client. It's who you want to work with on a normal basis. So in order to do that, you need to know what their concerns and needs are, and you need to be able to use that unique selling proposition that you have to that specific audience so you can really stand out as different and connect with them. Attaching your audience and USP together makes it really easy because you no longer have to be better than the 5,000 agents that say they have the best marketing. Instead, you can show that you're that different agent that can serve a very specific population with your USP. So an example that I'm going to bring up when it comes to this is an agent who focused on accounting for his undergrad degree and then went to postgraduate school for physical therapy. So when they decided to get into the real estate business and out of physical therapy, the approach that they took was to focus on every healthcare professional in their area. Because they had a therapy background, they knew a ton of different healthcare professionals in their local area, and they used their USP to help those healthcare professionals make the best financial decision when it comes to home ownership. So their USP was financial education when it came to mortgages, and then their audience was the healthcare professionals in their local area. And so by combining that, they had a very specific selling proposition that worked for them. And you can do that by asking a few simple questions to yourself as well as those around you. And those questions are: 1, do my customers see my USP as an advantage? 2, is my USP truly different from competitors? 3, is my USP something that is not only achievable, but also believable to the client? And 4, does my USP really benefit my client? Asking these questions will allow you to make small adjustments to your USP and make it better. Now, before we finish this month's tip, I just want to add one more thing about USPs, and that is that you need to make sure that you do not lie to yourself on this. If your USP is something that you are going to share with the world, you need to make sure that it resonates with what you do and who you are, and not what you say and what you want. So you really want to think about what I just said there when it does come to your USP. And I hope that this video helps get you started if you don't have one already. So this is Cosmo Morabbi, trainer with Fidacity Realty, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.